Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. So we've got a lot to talk about in this video. Let's just start with Bitcoin and then we're going to get into the rest of it, XRP, literally. So Bitcoin is close now again to pushing up towards the 100k mark. It would be lovely to see it break that this week. Right now we're at 98,800 and I think we topped at 99,000. Whoa, we got closer than I thought actually. 99,877. We had a bit of a pullback of about 4%. Now we look like we're potentially going for it again after getting a bit of a structural break here, back towards the upside. Potentially a little inverse head and shoulders that could give us that last little boost that we need to on the shorter time frame to really break above that 100k. It will give us a short-term breakout target of 101,000, which is also with what the breakout target for our ascending wedge would be as well. So that's a secondary potential here. Right, leaving Bitcoin there now because we've got so much to talk about with XRP. We'll start with short-term XRP. Yesterday, everyone got a bit squeaky as we had a pullback from the top of around 21% to the lows. So we pulled back from around 163 down to about 127. Honestly, these things are going to happen and they're going to get more and more frequent and probably larger in terms of size as more leverage gets added in and people get scared and panicky in terms on the way up. But I also think the moves are going to compound in terms of aggression to the upside as well. We've been pretty much holding this trend line pretty well so far. Well, since the start of our move back at 57 cent, we've held it all the way up to what we are now, 150. So probably something to keep your eye on there, just as some basic TA. Maybe when we get a test of this trend line, could be a good time to enter. Maybe that's what I'd be thinking. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. What we actually called on the 4 hour is the stochastic RSI crossing back bullish and potentially coming above from its oversold area. That's how we actually called the bottom. We called it about here. About here where we started to get that cross, which is looking good. And actually now the RSI, the standard RSI is about to get that bullish cross too, which last time we got that was here. And then we saw a big impulsive move there. And then the time before that, where did we get that bullish cross on the standard RSI whilst it was below the oversold area properly, maybe here. And then we just absolutely sent it. And then the next time we got it there. And the next time we got it was there. So looking pretty much like every single time we get that bullish cross on the 4 hour, things are about to get good. And I looked at Bitcoin first because we want Bitcoin to hold up if we want XRP to run. Before we get into the weekly closes, which is the most important part of this video, in my opinion, just want to say Flare. I really think I'm going to take Flare to the weekly. I really think Flare is looking like it's about to get rippy. I think anywhere between like 15 cent and maybe up to 46 if we get a bit of an overextension. This is the third wave is what I would expect Flare to do. In this next impulse, look at the stochastic on the weekly. I really think it's time for Flare to get moving. We've seen XLM and XRP both move very well. So now this is where things get flipping interesting. Hold on to your seats. I'm going to show you weekly, monthly, and 3 monthly closes here. Not closes for the week, the monthly and 3 monthly, but what we're looking at. Weekly close, XRP, absolutely love to see it. We're on the monthly, sorry. I must have been on the monthly there for Flare. So let me just actually quickly flip back to Flare. Yeah, sorry, it was on the monthly for Flare, but Flare, stochastic, monthly, turning up, weekly, turning up. We are high on the stock for the Flare weekly, but as you can see, we spent a lot of time up there. Anyway, back to XRP weekly. This is the most important part and the most important thing that we're going to talk about this video. Let's take all our drawings off for now. I'm going to just remove these from the bottom here just so we can get a clearer picture. XRP had its highest weekly close since May of 2021. It closed above this key resistance area, and to me, things look like they're getting exciting. My laptop's just started heating up again, guys. So I don't know why it started to do this a lot recently. Maybe I need a new one. But looking at it on the weekly time frame, this thing looks like it could be about to get sendy. That is my personal opinion. And let's have a look at XRP versus ETH, XRP versus Bitcoin, and the XRP dominance charts. So XRP versus ETH, let me put the drawings back on because I want to show you this. Closed above key resistance levels. The highest weekly close, again, for XRP against ETH since May of 2021, again. Look at the weekly close, closed above all these previous resistance levels. We do have this last wick that we need to clear, and then we're probably at least go into the 0.8 level. So if we get this weekly clearance of the next wick, the minimum target after that is another 77% against ETH. At some point, it probably will have a pullback against ETH because it probably is getting a bit overcooked on like the RSI and stuff, I would have thought. I do think ETH will move soon. So maybe we do have a bit of a correction or slowdown at least against ETH where we just chop. Maybe we could chop upwards, and that would be like vertical accumulation essentially, which is what we've been seeing basically with XRP, and that would be fine. But we also could chop sideways while the RSI comes down, or maybe pull back a little versus ETH if ETH starts to run. I think, as I said, I think it will at some point. I kind of hope it does because it means that money is rotating from Bitcoin if ETH starts running against Bitcoin as well. XRP against Bitcoin is the interesting one. I'm going to take you back to this time frame here. This is the 2017 cycle when we got the largest breakout we've ever had against Bitcoin. We just got the weekly close above it in that cycle after one strong week bouncing from the literal support zone and creating a higher low, as I showed back here. The second strong week closed above. The third week we absolutely got sendy against Bitcoin. Now we've had a strong week. The second week closed above. The third week, are we going to get sendy against Bitcoin? Once we clear these levels here, this grey box, we're on for all-time highs. And from here, in my opinion, we're at least on for another 100% against Bitcoin, if not another 175%, just from the weekly close we've got now. That's what I would expect is incoming, whether it's this week, next week, or just in the near future. So they're the exciting things against XRP and Bitcoin. And we'll look at against ETH and Bitcoin, sorry. Let's have a look at XRP dominance. This is another one. Look how high we've closed here. We've got a tiny bit higher to go before we start to hit some stronger resistance at 3%. When we break above 3%, we're all the way to 4, which obviously is a 30% increase or so from there, 33% increase from 30, it's not measured right, but 31.58. And then from 4, we've only really got then 6, which is another 50% increase, and then nothing really until 12. So this thing looks like it's about to get rippy up towards 12 to 14% of the market, maybe even higher, 20%, and in best case scenario, 31% is the highest we've ever been in the market, and it's possible we could break that. It is possible. So what with 30%, 12%, 10%, if we took 14% of 3.32 trillion, it would be roughly 450 billion market cap for XRP, which would put us higher than ETH, I think. I'm pretty sure higher than ETH. 450 billion would take us higher than ETH right now. Are we going to hit that tomorrow? Probably not, but that is what I think is incoming. Things are getting exciting here for XRP. If we look now, just to finish the video, with XRP on the monthly and the 3 monthly, this is where, I'm going to take my drawings off for this, but this is where things get super exciting, guys. Let's take a look at this chart because they've got a bit more historical price action. This is a monthly time frame. This thing looks like it's about to rip it. If we get the monthly close inside the overbought area on the RSI, this is the last, well, we did get one here. But this is in like the top of the cycle, and I don't think we're at the top of the cycle yet by any stretch of the imagination. XRP is kind of leading this altcoin charge, or one of the alts leading the charge. I reckon we're more like this sort of area here. This is where I think we are. Then we had 2 big months after that continued. Roughly after that first monthly close, wherever that might come in, we had a further 1,100% move. Let's say the monthly close comes in here. Where would 1,100% to it, which we've still got 5 days left. So it could come much higher. 1,100% from here would take us out to $17.90. And if you've read my weekly newsletter where I've covered my whole thesis about XRP, you would see it right inside my target zone. So definitely possible when we get super sendy there. And then finally the 3 monthly, which again, we've still got another month and 5 days before this completes. But wowzers, does that look good. Wowzers, does that look good. Showing us something very similar. We're way past the RSI where we were back in 2021 for the 3 monthly, showing there's a lot more bullish momentum now than there was then. Once we get into that oversold area is when things get really crazy. Let's see if we can do that, and let's see what happens next for XRP. If you enjoyed the video, please do let me know in the comments and hit the subscribe button. I do have an offer with MEXC right now. Link will be in the description to this video, and it's also over there on X. basically, if you sign up, deposit $100, you get $20 free, which is fair enough. I think the best thing to do is have a lot of exchanges. So we all know when things get really crazy, exchanges can go down. Have 4 or 5 with accounts ready. Have your KYC ready or whatever if they're KYC exchanges and the non-KYC exchanges. Have a big mixture, and so you're not like limited when you want to take profits, or if you want to make some trades, leverage trades, or you have leverage trades on. Have a look at different places as well. So that's basically the end of this video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, as I said, please do share, subscribe, and let me know with any comments in the comment section below. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.